What's up, you grimy son of a... On this video, I'm going to show you what to say if a customer calls to cancel a policy. And here's what's funny. Someone's going to hear that first 5 seconds like, oh my God, Mason is a cat. You know what? You go make your own YouTube channel and you make a video in response to me. So I just could not be bothered less. Anyways, if you've ever had a customer call you on the phone and you just stared at the phone because you were too scared to pick it up because you knew they were going to cancel, I'm going to give you exactly what to say, line by line, word by word. And I bet you for every 10 customers that call to cancel, you'll keep 8 of them. You'll keep 9 of them, which means guess what? I just helped you make money. You're welcome. And don't send me a tax bill when you increase your tax bracket from the things you learn on this channel, because we're all a bunch of filthy degenerates in this industry anyway. So let's go get rich and see what Mason has to say. This is from a training I did for 100 insurance agents back in 2021. Live in a room, you're gonna get to make fun of me and see how bad I was at presenting 4 or 5 years ago. So let's go have a good laugh at Mason together and see what Godfather Mason has to say, Uncle Mason has to say. So gather all the children around. I don't even cuss in here. You're welcome. So go get all the kids, go get your nieces and nephews. Let's gather around, start the fire, pop the popcorn, pop the champagne. We're going deep, homeboy. You ready?
Now, when someone is calling to cancel a policy, how many of you guys have ever saw a call from someone you just sat with maybe a week ago, and you're like, I don't even want to answer this? Hand up, say aye. How many of you guys want to know how to prevent that? You have to pick up the phone and talk to your clients.
What a concept. You actually have to talk to people. I know mommy and daddy told you not to talk to strangers, but let's think about it. How's mommy and daddy doing, if we're being real? How's mommy and daddy doing? How's that advice treating you as an agent? This is a business where you have to talk to people. This is about human communication. And the better you are at facilitating the conversion of ideas, the more money you will receive, okay?
So this is called the did, do, and why.
Did he do it? I think Diddy did do it.
So Alex is calling me to cancel his policy. Awesome. So Alex, do you mind if I conduct a brief survey for the carrier real quick before I process your cancellation? Yeah, no problem. First thing I'm gonna ask him, did anything change in your budget or financial situation from 30 minutes ago when we got this policy? Their answer, no.
That was funny.
Second one, just, you can act like you're taking notes down when you're talking to them on the phone. You're just talking to them. Second one, do.
Look at me stalling. Come on, Mason, you can do better than this, buddy. I believe in you. I believe in you. Come on.
First one, did anything change?
If you think this is, look, I'm being saved. That's why you surround yourself with the right people, okay? It's a good environment. And I'm willing to make myself look like an absolute fool in front of people because I do want to help you guys. I really do.
Came from Kentucky. So do you feel like I misrepresented the policy in any way, shape, or form? They're gonna say no, hopefully, if you did the right thing. And then my favorite one, why? Why did you pick that specific policy out of everything? And now they're gonna give you all the reasons they got that policy. Oh, it has living benefits. Oh, it has cash value. Oh, it's gonna make sure my house can stay in the family. Then here's my favorite thing. You just ask them, okay, after all that, would you still like to process your cancellation? 9 times out of 10, they're gonna say no. You've conditioned them to keep saying no. So when you ask them if they want to keep their business on the books, they're going to say yes.
So let me give you some of the nuances of this. First, we're employing cognitive bias. The fact that they are admitting to themselves. First, let me just give you the foundation on how you should think about this. First off, there's a quote from a guy named Blair Warren in his 1-sentence persuasion course. He says, "We reject vehemently what we are told, but we never doubt what we ourselves conclude. So the fact that we're telling the customers, hey, why did you decide? That implies they did, even though we know we helped them pick it. Why did you decide to get that specific policy out of every other option and alternative you had available to you to protect your family, keep the house in your name? I have much better recaps of stuff like this on how I would say it now, but for most of you, this is going to work because you have unaware customers. They're not already hoard out. They haven't bought from 40 agents. They haven't put out their wallet. They haven't spread their legs, so to speak, for every person who's came in the door for them. That just sounds wrong. Anyways, they've opened their wallet once or twice, not 40 times, okay? So they're much more likely to keep business on the books with you compared to all those other options and alternatives they have. And so you're getting them to come to their own conclusions about why they did something. And now we are employing cognitive bias. When we make a decision to buy a new truck, let me know if this has ever happened to you. When I bought my new Ford F-150, I bought it brand new straight from the lot. The moment I drove off, I saw 30 of them. It's like, what the hell? I thought this was special, man. I thought I was unique. Nope. 20 other people had that same exact truck before I did. And so that's the reticular activating system searching for proof, for environments, for circumstances to convince myself, to persuade myself that my first decision was a good decision. And so every day I keep that truck, I'm making a decision to buy that truck. I'm making the first decision every single day all over again. So when you get someone to do this, they are admitting to themselves it was a good decision, and so they're going to make a second decision that supports the first. We're selling forward and reverse at the same exact time. And I know it's advanced, it's going to go over a lot of people's heads. If you want me to do a video breakdown on that, on how we sell forward and reverse from past and the future to meet in the present at the same time, I'll do a video breakdown on that. It's called the environment of trust. If you want that concept, I'll make it as a video. So just let me know in the comments, and go use the did, do, why. Not the did he do it. That was just a joke for clickbait. Anyways, Mr. Customer, let's finish this and then we'll break it down.
So did anything change in your financial situation 30 minutes ago from when we got the policy? Do you feel like I misrepresented the policy in any way, shape, or form? And then why did you pick this specific policy? Like, out of all of these policies and products out here, why did you choose this specific one? They're going to list their reasons. You ask them if they still wish to process their cancellation.
So something you can throw on the end of this is, hey, so first, let's just go through the recap of the full thing, and then I'll give you the sweet little golden nugget for the end of this to make sure they keep the policy. And it's a bit of, use this ethically, please. Use it ethically, because we do want good business, okay? We do not want customers to despise us. But we have to disguise the sales process. The moment someone detects they're being sold to, they reject being sold to, and which means they buy on their terms, which is not good for salespeople. We need them to buy on our terms, on our timeline, okay? Because if the customer is control of the sales process, here's what that looks like commission-wise. Up, down, feast, famine, good, bad, feast, famine. I'm getting paid, I'm not getting paid. I'm getting laid, I'm not getting laid. Shit like that, okay? And we don't want roller coaster months. We want a steady trajectory. We want 10 steps forward, 1 step down, 10 steps forward, 1 step down. Okay, we want to build them up and knock them down, which I'm the one who came up with that concept for anyone out there fucking stealing my shit. So anyways, and that comes from fractionation and hypnosis. We want to put people at arm's length, then bring them in close for a hug. We want to put them in arm's length, then bring them in close for a hug. We got to kind of build them up and then take it away, knock it down. Put them in this emotional state, take it away from them. All right? This is what I call selling through a breath, okay? If you notice, it's the pause that creates the tension. Inhale, notice that gap between the pause. Exhale. It's an in and an out, and up and a down, a forward and a backwards. That's the natural rhythm of life. That is how I like selling, okay? It's a rhythmic form of selling. It's stochasm. It's how Hitler built up that crescendo for a drum beat. He builds them up and knocks them down. All right, so it's what the most influential speakers, Martin Luther King Jr. did it, Barack Obama did it. So let's work. So recap the 3 did, do, and why. So, Mr. Customer, I understand you. I just have to conduct a brief survey for the carrier in order to process your cancellation. Does that sound fair? Awesome. Now, did anything change in your financial situation from last Thursday when you got the policy? They're going, no. Awesome. Next question. You can pretend you're writing stuff. Okay, blah, 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 says nothing has changed, blah, blah, blah. Or do you feel I misrepresented the policy in any way, shape, or form? Do you feel I lied to you about anything? They're going to say, no, you didn't lie. You were a great person. Awesome. And you can say, did you hate me? Like, what was it? No, okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the customer does not hate me. They actually love me. You can make this personal as you want. And then why? So, Mr. Mason, out of all the other options and alternatives you had to protect your family, why did you choose to invest in this specific one? What was it about this solution that made you get it? And they're going to list all the reasons, employing cognitive bias, that they got that specific one. So just, Mason, based on everything you've told me so far, here's what you told me, blah, 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 recap, here's why you got the policy. Would you still like us to process your cancellation and send out a notice to your beneficiary stating this policy is no longer in force and they are no longer covered? They are no longer protected. That right there employs that sociology, that psychology effect of, oh, I'm letting someone down. The reason why I got this is going to find out that I got rid of it. What would that say about me if they found out I gave up my protection on them? We create a double bind. They're not who they say they are. We employ incongruity, and they have to keep the policy on the books. Use this responsibly. Use it ethically. Okay? If I find out some of you jackasses are out there doing shit, I'm going to pick you up with one hand, crush you, okay? And then I'm going to give you a swirly whirly in the toilet. That's what we're going to do. If I find out you people are out there being bad boys and bad girls, I'm going to stuff you in a high school locker and not tell anyone the combination. And we'll see how long you last in there. I'll put some moldy peanut butter and stinky, sweaty gym socks, okay? So don't do this shit. Use it ethically. These are real people. The reason most of you aren't making sales is because you've been told this is a numbers game rather than a people game. This is interpersonal communication between you and somebody. It's not a fucking lead. That's a real person on the other end of that piece of paper, on the other end of that Facebook lead you got. It's not just number. It's not just an $8 lead that told you no. That's a family who, if you do not protect, they might as well be dead. So have some fucking pride in what you do and stop being a jackass. Stop letting your own personal limiting beliefs get in the fucking way of you doing what you said you were going to do long after the mood you had set it in has left. Just because you have to have tough conversations doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean something is wrong just because it feels wrong. It feels bad. It means you're doing the right fucking thing for once in your goddamn life. So take some pride in it, okay? Now, if you want to see a video where I'll walk you through how to not get chargebacks, I'm going to put that up. If you want 5 to 10 insurance appointments booked daily on your calendar, guaranteed, click the first link down below in the description or in the pinned comments. If you want to be a podcast guest and share your story, your expertise, or your struggle, or your qualms about the industry, click the second link down below in the description or the pinned comments. Apply to be a podcast guest and go watch this video I just uploaded on how to prevent chargebacks and keep 90% persistency on your books. That way you keep more than you get more dollars than you give back. Okay, which means I just made you money. What are you going to do with it? Go here and watch that now, and I'll see you over there.